Hi there, and welcome back to Blue Ocean English and some more grammar on the moon. In today's video, we're going to look at the third conditional. So before we begin, let's just do a quick review of how we remember to use which conditional. So to remember which conditional to use, we use the word trip. The zero conditional is for things that are true. The first conditional is for things that are real. The second conditional is for things that are impossible. And the third conditional is for things that are in the past. So if we look at the third conditional, the P in trip means past. And so the third conditional is used for things that are in the past. So with all these examples, in the if part, we are changing a detail about the past. And in the result part, we are creating a new alternative past. For example, if you are thinking of or wishing about something that happened in the past that were different in your life, when you want to change the past, we use this conditional. So in the if part, we use the past perfect, and in the result part, we use any modal verb plus have plus the past participle. So for example, if he had studied more at school, he could have become a doctor. If I had not broken my leg, I would have gone skiing this week. If they had not stopped, they might have hit the bus. In all these examples, we're changing the past. Now I'll show you using a walking tour. So this walking tour on YouTube is from Santa Monica in California. So remember, the idea is you watch a walking tour and use what you see and a bit of imagination to practice using these phrases. So we're going to change something about the past to get a different result in the past. So I can look at this picture and say, if they had painted the wheel pink, it would have looked fantastic. If he had worn a coat today, he would have been too hot. If she had not met her friend, she would have been lost and alone. If they had built more buildings, they would have spoilt the beach. If the bike, if it had had a puncture, it would have stopped him riding it. A puncture is when you lose the air in the tyre of the bike. We call it a flat tyre or a punctured tyre. Now we're going to go to the Van Gogh Cafe so I can show you how you can sit in a typical cafe situation and practice using the third conditional in your life, in your world. Are you ready? Let's go! So here we are at the Van Gogh Cafe. Now I'm going to show you how you can use the third conditional to talk about a typical scene that you can see in your life. The third conditional for things that in the past. In the if part, we use the past perfect, and then in the result part, we use any modal verb plus have plus the past participle. So really, the last part is a bit like the present perfect. We don't use has, always have, but the last part is like the present perfect. Okay. So let's look around and see what phrases we can make. If she had not hurt her leg, she would have gone skiing. If they had arrived earlier, they could have ordered food. If it had been hotter, I might have worn shorts. If he had had better tips, he could have bought a computer. And just before we finish, I want to explain something important about conditionals. Native speakers don't know how to use conditionals correctly. They don't know the rules, and most native speakers do not use conditionals correctly. This is why I think you can find mixed conditionals in grammar books. It's a way to explain why native speakers can't use them. But remember, most native speakers never have an English grammar lesson in their life. This is why they can't use them. So, personally, I don't think learning mixed conditionals is a useful thing. Mixed conditionals are a way to explain why native speakers can't use the rules well. If you learn these rules well, if you learn trip and apply the formula well, you don't need mixed conditionals because you're using the perfect conditionals, the correct way. So learn these rules well and they can become a great way to speak English, very flexible, and it's a great way to speak just like a native speaker. So that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to go outside, practice these phrases in your world, become fantastic until it's easy for you, and then you can move on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Here we are, just another typical English summer day. Just before I go, it's just me doing everything here at Blue Ocean English. So if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please don't forget to leave a comment. Maybe you have an idea for a video or a nice background picture that you'd like to see, or share this video with a friend. The best way for you to say thank you is to hit the like and subscribe buttons and check out my merchandise, all the nice things you can buy, t-shirts, hats. You can also check out our great books on Amazon. There's 3 phrasal verb books, An Ocean of English phrasal verbs, each book with 200 examples, a lovely picture and 3 clear examples of how we use each phrase, and then 3 books for idioms. They're called An Ocean of English Idioms. Also 3 books with 600 idioms, 200 in each book, all with a picture and 3 clear examples of how we use each idiom. Thank you very much for watching, and wherever you are, try to feel English today.
Last night I dreamt that somebody loved me. No hope, no harm, just another false alarm. Last night I felt real arms around me. No hope, no harm, just another false alarm.